What's going on, people? I'm back again with the post-match review. As we know, Forest lost to Barnsley 2-0. I don't know what to say. I thought today was fantastic, but I thought, like I said, I'm doing post-match review. I thought I'll get a Barnsley fan in Andy before we do get Andy in. Just get my 2 minutes bit in it. I thought, we were great today. I don't know. Barnsley scored the first goal was fantastic. What can you say? It was a poor 5 minutes at end. But like I said, I'm going to bring Andy in to get his thoughts from the game, and I'll bring him now. Hello.
Sorry. Smug. Look, I'm trying not to be smug because
that's
I would play you every week, by the way.
Listen to me.
I'm getting up now. So.
I don't know if, like I said, you beat us 3 times this calendar year. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it now. Andy, before we do start about the game, tell me about the Barnsley channel anyway.
Our Barnsley channel. We used to be up till this year. We used to be a radio show on Dores FM, which was a South Yorkshire radio show covering particularly the Dores Valley, which is Barnsley and the outlying areas. That all went. That went. The owners decided to change it to a national greatest hits show, so that went. So having done 3 years of that, and it'd be okay, you know. We got together really well, you know, the 3 of us, Joe Beardsall, Alan Smith and myself, got together really well and got on really well in the studio. So after a lot of discussion in the summer, we decided that we'd go it alone on YouTube and see how it went. And it's you know, we've only just started it properly and it's gone pretty well so far. We know each other so well. Yeah. It started off nicely because we used to do it at the sports bar in the centre of Barnsley, the Garrison. Okay. And of course, and so it was nice to be able to sit around on nice, easy seats and have a drink in front of us, you know, as you do in a sports bar. So a nice banter between us, you know. We've known each other for so long that it's a mixture of, you know, being serious about our team and football and that, but also ribbing each other, and that's been good. Of course, at this minute, we're not going anywhere near the Garrison, so it's all on Zoom for us. So it makes Red all over a little bit different because we're in separate, but we know each other so well that we
that's good then.
We kind of have to give each other some stick, and we do. You know, we try to get some humour in it as well as anything.
Yeah, else. I think like I said, when it comes to fans, you got to have fun, have banter. Yeah, I think and that's the most important thing. But like I said, the people watching, like I said, I put your link in the description so people can subscribe to the channel. Because like I said, I it's hard for me when I look on YouTube. I know there was one Barnsley fan. I think it's Turks TV, and he let me down. He let me down big time. And I was looking through. He let me down big time, and I was going on YouTube. And I thought, who are these? And I looked at it. I went, you know what? These look good. So this is why I wanted you on Friday, but never mind.
I know. I mean, we are, you know, like I said, there's, you know, the other show's been going for a while now, which is, you know, and I'll look to them. There's, you know, we don't feel any particular competition with them. It's a different feeling, I think. Yeah. I think our show, you know, is, you know, obviously if you're a Barnsley fan, you know what the heck we're talking about. But I think you can get some humour out of it and enjoy the banter, even if you weren't a Barnsley fan. And we do, you know, we have people all over the world watching us that, you know, got Ipswich fans, Wolves fans, Fulham fans, Luton fans as well. So, you know, we get quite a few different people that watch us, and all to the good. We seem to be entertaining, I think, as well as, you know, Joe's Mr. Happy Clappy. He's a presenter, and he's Mr. Happy Clappy, and you know, oh my stars. Smithy thinks he's Mr. Statistic, and he kicks off every now and again. It's horrible when we do a show straight after we've lost because he's up and running, and I think I'm just there for for the comedy silly level, I think. But it works for us anyway.
Yeah. So let's start about today's game. On a Barnsley fan, how do you thought you would play today?
I think at times I thought it was a good contest. I think we gave the ball away a bit too much, to be honest. Over the last couple of matches, we have not retained possession of the ball as much as we have done in the past. We attack a lot quicker than we did. We were very pedantic and slow and pedestrian in the way we attacked, letting other teams get back. So we've always pressed. We've pressed for a couple of years. So we got forward a lot quicker. I wish we could retain possession a bit more. We seem to give it away a bit too cheaply. But I thought we played okay. You can't have played too bad if you've hit the bar 3 times. I think we lowered it. I think we put an extra coat of paint on during the lockdown, and so that's one of the reasons he keeps hitting it. We need to scrape a bit of paint off, and we'll be all right.
Yeah,
we could have conceded. I was saying to my brother on emails and what have you. After 85 minutes, I can't believe it's 0-0. Just cannot believe it.
Yeah, I could believe it.
Could have been 5-5 or so, 5-4, wherever it could have been for either side. Either side could have won it. We had those chances. Yourselves had a number of chances. Our goalkeeper pulled off a couple of good saves.
I think we had three shots. I think 3 decent chances in the first half.
Yeah. And then of course the Northern Messi, there is Callum Styles, stepped forward from being a wing back to the centre of midfield, which is his usual position, truthfully. And oh my stars! Oh, what a player he is!
Yeah,
what a player that lad is. He's only a young one, but what a player he is. He's nearly as good as me when I'm sat on the sofa. I could have hit that. I could have hit it a touch sweeter, to be honest. Sat on my sofa like. But it was a fabulous strike, and then we scored again right at the end, and that was that. Well, I'll tell you about what I do think about Forest. I was very, very impressed with Joe Lolly. I think you got a number of players that played. Yeah. Joe Lolly was outstanding. I think there was a time when we were after him at one time, but I don't think we stood much chance. And when you got, I was looking forward to seeing him, to be honest, to see what we'd missed, if you like. And what a player he is! I was really, really impressed with him.
Just talking about, I think your manager is it what's his name? What's your manager's name?
Aaron Ishmael.
Yeah, since he's come in as a Barnsley manager, he's not gone too bad for you, has it? Like today. Just tell us about him more.
Well, he's French, but he's tended to. He's been the manager at Lask. We seem to have a big connection with Austria, which we had under Gerhard Struber. So it's come from that football, and it is brought. I think we decided 2 years ago under first Daniel Stendel and then Gerhard Struber, and now under Valerian, that we're going to have a game. Our style as a club is going to be a pressing game. Close people down quickly, and I think we then choose a manager. When a manager leaves, or wherever for other things, we then appoint a manager that's going to do that same style, and I think that's what we've done. So although the managers have changed, it's a year ago, virtually exactly that Struber joined us. So I would like some stability and hope that Valerian stays longer than a year. But the styles remain pretty much the same. We've got tougher at the back, I think, but we spent too much time passing it along the back beforehand, and now we're getting it forward quicker. But that brings its own problems that we don't have anywhere near like the same amount of possession as we've had in the past. But it's working. 4 games out of 5 we've won since he came, and we've had 4 clean sheets. So I thought we were very fortunate at times to get a clean sheet today. But that's football, isn't it? That's how it goes.
I was impressed with is it Alex Marriott?
Alex
Marriott. And is it Connor Chaplin as well? I think Forest were after Alex Marriott. Once he's out of contract.
He's out of contract. He's out of contract at the end of this year. Apparently, talks. Then this season. Apparently, talks are going pretty well. I don't think there's anybody in Barnsley that hopes he doesn't sign, and I think everybody feels quite confident that he will sign. And I hope if he doesn't, it's not one man. If it doesn't, it's how it is. I sincerely hope he does, because he puts a lot of effort in and helps make the team tick. But it's up to Alex when it comes to the end of it. It's down to him really. Let's hope so. Conor Chaplin's got better at the first half a dozen matches. For me personally, it didn't look like he could buy a goal or even buy a chance. But he scored a good goal against Derby where he pressed quickly and then hit it rather than try and tickle it. He hit it, and then again he's tried again today with the good shot, like I said, that hit the bar. So he puts himself about a lot, and he's now starting to play like we hope he can.
I've seen that after today's performance. Like I said, I thought the first half both clubs were going forward at each other. Like I said, Forest they've not got a good record at all at Barnsley. Like, we've lost 3 times this year. With the 2-0 win of Barnsley, do you think? Like, I'll be honest with you. At the start of the season, I said Barnsley will finish 24th, and after seeing the Carabao Cup game and today's game, I think, as you know, Barnsley keep going up and down, relegated, promoted, relegated, promoted. Do you think they'll stay up this season with your manager?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think you should be ashamed of yourself talking like that. Bottom of the What's wrong with you? Bottom. What are you talking about? We're above you by 4 points.
I know you are.
But sure there'll be Forest fans saying, "Get a grip."
But that's what Barnsley are like. Like last season, I think when they beat us 1-0 last season, at the end of last season, I thought to myself, "No, they can't do it." Like I remember you played Leeds, and I remember watching the game, and it was fantastic. I don't know how you lost the game, and then you beat us, and then incredibly you beat Brentford, and I thought to myself, "Wow." And then this season, I was looking at the players that you was buying, and I thought to myself, "No, Barnsley can't do this. They can't do this." I thought they've not. Personally, I didn't think they bought in better players, but they proved me wrong. And the way they played today, I will agree. I think they will stay up. I think they'll be just out the relegation zone. But what's your opinion on it?
I mean, I said in our own little show, I said at the start of the season, I thought we'd finish somewhere between 13th and 15th, and I still think that's a steady, a steady thing in the middle of the table. I think there are clubs that aren't as good as us, but I think what the clubs there are, and I think we've got a small budget, and there's other clubs around us that have got a similar size budget. So what we're doing is making up for that with no mean in no mean style. I'm not sure what the Forest fans would think of you though, talking as daft as you talk, saying that we have all right players. How many goals did you score today? How many games have you won recently? You ought to be a shit. You need to look to your own club before you start picking on teams like Barnsley.
But don't you agree though? Like with Barnsley, I say I was wrong. I say I was wrong, but the way like I said, I was impressed with Barnsley. Like definitely the first half. Like I said, he hit the bar twice. First half, he hit the bar second half as well, and then last 5 minutes, he scored 2. He could have scored another 2. But hopefully. I like going to Barnsley. I'm disappointed. Like some Forest fans don't like going Barnsley away, but I like going Barnsley away because it's a short trip. But I just hope they do stay up. I do stay up.
I do.
But like I said, I think transfer window comes to January. Do you think that he needs to get better players in?
I think, I'm not alone in saying this. I've been saying it for over a year. When at the start of last season, mind this season, start of last season, just before the window closed, we sold Kiefer Moore. to Wigan, and now he's gone on to Cardiff. And he was an outstanding for us. He was an outstanding player, an outstanding leader of the line. And I don't think we've replaced him. Now, within our show, we have an argument about it because a couple of us think that we need another target man, and it don't necessarily. I mean, I would like a big lad that can win it in the air as well. But I will say this: under Struber, we're doing a lot of high balls, and they can't possibly win it because they're not tall enough. We're starting to play it slightly differently, so it's not necessarily high balls, which makes sense. So for me, it doesn't necessarily have to be a really tall striker like Kiefer was. Yeah. But we do need somebody, in my opinion, we do need somebody that can hold the ball up better and then pull the people in. We give it away too cheaply in that, when it's up front, if you like. So for me personally, that's where I'd want to strengthen it. I think we've got some strength in other positions that that are interchangeable, which is good. The 5 substitutes a match certainly will benefit us, and I think it did today.
Like you just mentioned the 5 sub situation. Like Barnsley, I know did Barnsley use? Did they use all the 5 subs today?
Yeah.
Like, are you with it or against it?
No, I don't mind. I do think. I mean, we've had a couple of injuries before, in warm-ups and what have you. And I wonder if I know the season finished late, obviously late, last season, but there wasn't much of a pre-season, so it doesn't surprise me that teams have got injuries. So for me, on that basis, I'm glad that they've increased it so that people can rotate. And there's not going to be the same level of injuries because it's certainly going to benefit us. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I actually thought when we increased it to 9 on the bench and 5 coming on the pitch, I thought I might get a game, to be honest. So but we realised we've got 9 other players. So in that respect, I was waiting for the call, but it didn't come. Funnily enough.
A quick mention about your goalkeeper. Is it Jack Wharton?
Wharton, yeah.
Is he permanent or on loan?
No. He's a young lad, and he came through our academy. In fact, on our show, Alan Smith, my pal Alan Smith, used to watch him when he was younger. So he's come through bit by bit. He started off by occasionally, losing not this last 2 years, but starting to lose a bit. He lose a bit of concentration. He always felt that there might be a goal in him, if you like. But these last 2 years, and certainly since he's coming to the side after the lockdown at the end of last season, and then this season, he has looked so. We've always known he can save. We always know he's a good shot stopper. But he started to dominate his area in a way that we've not really seen Barnsley goalkeepers do for a little bit. So. He's kept, I think he's played 26 matches or started 26 matches and kept, I think 12 clean sheets in that, including today. I don't know if you know the score, including today, Notts Forest 0.
Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest.
Sorry, yeah. It's not County, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want you to get a flood of complaints about that.
Comments.
So many other things.
People in the comments, tell him off. It's Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest 0. You're right. Nottingham Forest. Only kidding.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. As a Barnsley fan, with Forest, like I said, we've been up and down. How do you see Forest season going on?
I don't think you'll have any problems. I think you'll come up the league. I was impressed with Christie at right back. I think he looks a good player. The centre backs look pretty decent. Lolly, as I've already said, I thought was absolutely outstanding. Colbeck in the centre of midfield, he's one tough cookie, and he can get him. Luke Freeman, obviously we know from Sheffield. Sheffield. He's a decent player, isn't he? And of course, Taylor up front is for any defender of any division. He's a handful and a half. He's always in the referee's ear, and he's always complaining. All the time. He needs to get a grip sometimes. But what a player! I said that about him, but I wish we got him. He's a real signing. He could make a huge difference for us this year.
You mentioned strikers. Your striker, Callum Wardrobe, like he scored today. I personally think he's a fantastic striker. Do you think if, like I say, Barnsley have won, is it 4 wins out of 5 now? Yeah. Do you think in the January sales, do you think you can keep him, or do you think it was a big club?
Yeah, I do. He got at the start of this season. Or when this season started, he got 2 years left on his contract. And to be honest, towards at the end, after the football resumed, he looked out of sorts. He wasn't playing in his favoured under Struber. He wasn't playing in his favoured striking position. He was that sort of number 10, just behind the two strikers. And it's probably helped him long term, but it's not where he's most effective. Played all right there, but he's not his most effective. He's gone back up front and obviously scored some cracking penalties, but nothing in open play. But I have to say, it's only, I can't remember the exact date, but it's only a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, he signed a new contract. And that's really good. Didn't need to, got 2 years left, but he signed a new contract. And the difference in him, that he's not gone in this transfer window. He's signed a new contract. And he's got back to the Cauley Woodrow that we know and love. And he's a real quality player. He could have, he hit the bar twice. Could have scored at least one of them better. But, I'm really, really, I know it's against you, but I'm really glad that he managed to get a goal in open play like he did today, because that'll have done him even more good. So, yeah, I think, you never know in football, do you? You can always be made to look stupid in the next match or what have you. But yeah, I would hope. I'd be surprised if he left. I would hope that he realises that he ought to stay with us, because we're a club that's giving him a real chance, and he's got that. Some players have got a link with certain clubs and play best for certain clubs, and I think Alex Motors we've talked about before, and
I was about to mention Alex Merton as well.
Yeah, I do think that some clubs fit really well with certain players, and I think under Valerian that could easily be Cauley Woodrow. So hopefully, I don't expect him to do, but who knows? I wouldn't have thought so, but who
knows? Last 2 questions. Like I mentioned like Barnsley. I said the finish 24th. Like on now. For Barnsley, where do you realistically think they'll finish the season?
Oh, still 13th or 14th.
13th, 14th.
Oh, still think. What you got to remember is that to be a Barnsley fan, particularly a Barnsley fan of my age, you don't expect much so that you don't get disappointed. We don't expect to be winning European Cups or anything like that. Not like you. So we, if we finish there, it'll do. If it's more, then that'd be lovely. But we try to be realistic and not get too giddy about it all. So yeah, I might get giddy. No, I'll go giddy. 12th. I think we'll finish. Okay, that's been giddy. That's been really giddy.
Do you think Forest will finish above you?
Do I think who?
Forest will finish above you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, based on today, I think although what were it? 2-0, weren't it? Yeah, we won 2-0.
Oh.
Apart from, I thought you could have easily scored 4 or 5 goals, and I think next match or the match after you could easily do that. So I don't see Forest struggling at all. I can see you climbing further and further up the table. So yeah, I hope you don't, because if we finish above Forest, we'll finish in a very good position, in my opinion. So, I wish Forest well for the for the rest of the season, except when you play us again. Like,
you know what, Andy? Quick question. Who's your next 2 or 3 games?
We're at home on Tuesday to Brentford, so that'll be interesting.
Another tough game.
That'll be real. Oh God. Yeah,
you beat them. You beat them in the last season, so anything could happen.
I think. To be honest, I think that last match they needed to beat us to get automatic promotion, and I don't know if they froze or what, but we played really well. Against Forest we scored that last minute or injury time winner.
How did you feel? How did you feel about that game?
Oh, dear me. There's a production company that had contacted us to say, would we be willing to be filmed watching the last few games to see as a coronavirus, EFL Championship last year. They're supposed to be trying to make it into a program to then sell. I don't know if they will or not, but that's what they said.
What was it?
Watching that game. And
what was it? I saw. Was it a lady who contacted you?
Yeah. I think she contacted a few people.
She contacted me as well. Yeah, she contacted me as well.
Yeah. Oh, good.
But I never heard about anything about it because I remember what game was it? Stoke. I think I done the Stoke, Derby, and there's quite a few games. But I never heard anything about it.
Oh, well, I did 3 matches at the end. It was sort of, speak to them before the match, be videoed before the match, be videoed after, and then just set the camera up or the video while you're watching the game. So obviously I was down and out when we after a brilliant performance, I thought our best performance when we lost the Leeds, then Forest, and that's it. Because I thought we were down. I honestly thought we were down. Joe Beardsall always thought that we were going to stay up, but he is an happy clapper. I don't know what to tell you. So when we scored in injury time, I could not believe it. That was incredible. And then, of course, Brentford. Oh, I'm not kidding, for Brentford. I thought, well, it's the Barnsley way. We were winning 1-0, then Brentford equalised, but we were winning 1-0 and all the scores were against us. So I thought, well, we're still going down. It's our way. We'll win, but we'll go down. Then Brentford equalised. So I thought, well, that's that then. Then all the scores started to go our way, and all we needed was to win. And of course, in injury time, we scored. And what's really, well, for me anyway, if they show it, if they do it, and what's really embarrassing is for the last 6 minutes, because he played about 8 minutes at a time, no idea where from. All there is on screen is me screaming at the television, blow your whistle. That's all I was saying, blow your whistle. So, and when he finally did, I've never, ever witnessed anything like that apart from the once when we were promoted to the Premier League after beating Bradford in '97. So it was a great feeling. It was so unexpected.
I think I felt that's like when we played you in the last season. I was doing a watch along, and I think it was Watson going forward, and all he had to do was give it to Grabbing, and then messed up, and then you went the next, got up and he scored, and I was like this because all we had to do was score 1 point. We needed 1 point, and I thought to myself, if like Barnsley beat Brentford, and I thought if Barnsley play the way against Brentford, they'll stay up, and they did. So, but I still thought, like I said, it was so great what Barnsley done. I still thought they'll finish 24th because, like, when I looked at the team, and I thought to myself, when I seen like teams like Wickham, Luton, I thought Luton brought in better players than Barnsley. So I just thought, I just thought Barnsley will finish 24th, but I have to say they won't.
That's because you're a wrong'un and you don't know what you're talking about. On our show, we have a lot of people coming on our, on the YouTube, making comments, and we ask for predictions for the next match. And we get 3 points for a correct score and 1 point for a correct result. I'm absolutely rubbish at it. I do it every week, and I am truly, truly rubbish. I've got it's 3 points throughout the whole season. I've got 3 results right in the whole season, so I'm truly, truly rubbish. So, saying 12 from me to, don't take a blind bit of notice or anything I say because I never get it right.
Last one, Andy. I've got 15 people in. Just tell us about your channel so people can follow you. Because what I'll do, because like I said, now I know who you are, I think you'll get more people because, like I told you, I got let down by Turk TV, and then in the future I could work with you, and you can work because you will able to work with other YouTubers because, like I said, you look general fantastic person. So I watched
again. You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
I watched your preview yesterday, and I think I really enjoyed it. I think it's 4 of you having banter, and I think one of you called you was ugly, and I don't know. I think it was who was it? I think it was, and you was angry about it. And I thought this is fantastic, and what you need, I think it'd be good, like if you did connect with other YouTubers or football fans.
Well, the Red All Over show was originally a radio show that Joe Beardsall, who worked for the station, presented, and he asked if we could continue it this season, and for future seasons as a YouTube podcast, if you like.
Yeah.
So, readily agree, because we get on so well. I spent three years though before this kept telling them both that I've got a face for radio, and none of them. Whenever they said, "Oh, we're going to go to video, we're going to go to YouTube," I said, "But I've got a face for radio," and none of them said, "No, Jan, you're all right. Don't worry, you're all right." They agreed with me. I would say it's hurtful. It's really, really hurtful. So I've known Alan Smith since we were 4 years old.
Yeah.
So a little bit older than me, only a few months, but it's a big few months. So I've known him for 62 years, because we both 62 years. We used to go to the same school, the same infant school and what have you. So a long, long time. So that's why Smithy and I, get on so well. We've been at each other for 62 years. And then poor Joe, happy clappy, he done half get some.
I told you, that's what I thought yesterday.
He reckons he's a professional journalist, and he was, and he gets some right stick off us because I can't. It's either doom and gloom. It's we doomed Captain Mannering, or it's Gladys Pugh, and it's Gladys Pugh with Heidi High, Howdy Ho, all that. There's never in between with Joe. It's either up or down, and and it works. That sort of banter that we've developed. We think anyway, and a lot of people that watch us think it. I think we've got something like 300. How many? I can't remember how many subscribers we've got. We've got a lot now from scratch. Truthfully, about 560 odd, I think. That's
great. That's great. But that's it. I think
that's from a couple of last month or so. So for that, and people come back because they see that it's not just about Barnsley. That we've got an easy thing between us, and it's a laugh for anybody. Even if you think flipping Barnsley, a team like Barnsley, who's bothered, just have a look and see the daftness that goes on. Look through our back catalogue, if you like. There's not many, because we started this season, and you'll see the the stupidity. If there's one straight after a match that we've lost, then you'll see Smithy ranting. He's hard to stop. When we've not lost, if we've won, you'll get me acting daft and being like I've been tonight, being a silly. So it's red all over. It's the future.
Yeah, but like I said, I've been doing it for 3 years. I've got like 3,000 subscribers and that. But I prefer. I prefer to talk to like yourself. Like I said, I think it's a pleasure to talk to Andy. We've got really a banter, and like I said, people, if you are watching, please subscribe to Barnsley channel. It is the bottom. The link is the bottom, so please subscribe to it. And Andy, when Barnsley come to sit ground, I would love to speak to you again about
well, we can do. I sincerely hope that fans are allowed back by then, and we can actually meet.
100%.
If not, then it'll have to be this. But it would be an absolute pleasure. I've loved every minute of this. So thank you, and good luck to Forest.
Yeah, but like I said, this is Andy. Like I said, he's on the channel. Please, like I said, we will definitely meet up. Please subscribe to his channel. But Andy, it's been a pleasure for taking your time to come on channel. And but like I said, when Barnsley do come to sit ground, I would love to get you on. And plus as well, if you do want if your channel wants to talk to any YouTubers or any football clubs, just don't be shy, and I'll get them to you.
That's very, very gracious of you in defeat.
No. But like Andy, it's been a pleasure, and I said thank you very much for coming on.
Take care, mate. See you soon.
Take care, Andy. Thank you very much. Oh, that was a pleasure. What a guy. Yes, make sure you do subscribe to his channel. What a guy. But like I said, I think what he was talking about is, like I said, he just started, just like myself. I started as well. And I think that's what you need. Like I said, he spoke about him having a group, having an interaction with his longest mate. And this is what about my channel. I get along. I meet me, Craig, Martin Price from Wales, Malcolm. We interact with everyone. I think I'm speaking to someone like Andy. no, like, you know, you could be watching as well. He is older generation, but it's like I said, it's important to have banter, have fun, and that's what I'm doing. It's like I might not be a big YouTuber, but like I said, it's all about interacting with people like Andy, who's a Barnsley fan. But yeah, right, I'm gonna get going, people. I've really enjoyed that. To say if you did, I really did enjoy it. Or I could, if there's any Forest fans who want to come on, I'll put a link up. I'll put a link up, and yeah, you can come on if you want to talk about the game and how did you feel about it as well. So yeah, but yeah, after today's result, like I said, Barnsley, a big massive, a massive mistake. They'll get relegated after today. I don't think they will. But if anyone wants to come on, they can. But yeah, I think that was a really nice. I really enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the subscribe button if you can, please. Like I said, if any Forest fan wants to come on, if there's any Barnsley fan who wants to come on as well, please come on. It's all about having fun on this channel, and that's what I do this for, to have fun and interact with fellow football fans as well. But if you're on the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button as well, and please hit the like button as well. So yeah, I got one, and it's my man, Mr. Luke. Hello, Luke.
Evening.
Are you happy or sad?
I don't really think I'm either, because it was Barnsley away and it was almost predictable.
Yeah. Have you crashed or you haven't crashed? Do you think we played good? Do you think we played good today?
Yeah, I think we played some decent stuff, but we just didn't take our chances.
Do you think Barnsley deserved to win today?
On the whole pattern of the game, no, I think we deserved to win because we had more of the chances, but we just had two shaky moments in defence and let 2 goals in, and that's just basically how it went.
Well, I want to ask you one more thing, Luke. We've got Bournemouth and Swansea next. Do you think we get some out of it?
I think because it's the Championship and it's Forest, we'll probably win both of them.
Okay, Luke, before you go, you got a YouTube channel as well. Make sure, what is it?
It's called Turton Talks Football, and I should have an interview out with Punk Chef 41 within a few days. Just need to make my laptop.
Oh, so Wednesday fan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I filmed it over 2 days. I just need to edit it together, but my laptop's being an idiot for now, so.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'll see you Monday for the football channel on Monday with Lee.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers for that, Luke.
Cheers.
Up the Forest.
Up the Forest.
Right, so that's Luke. Anyone to come on before I do go? But I thought we played all right today. It was just disappointing. I said Barnsley played great. We played good today. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go. Disappointing. But our next one. And the next game is against Bournemouth. I'll be back Monday to do the preview with a Bournemouth fan. I think it's called Cherry something. And then we've got my watch along on Tuesday. That game starts at 8 o'clock. But like I say, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Like if you're new. And I'll see everyone on Monday at 9 o'clock. Up the Forest.